It's another episode. Hi, Carrie. Hey. Ah, there you
Hi,
go.
Jacqueline.
There you are. Thank you
How are
so
you?
much. I'm good. And you?
It's been a crazy day today. As I told you, I had to push the time a little bit. I think the snow and the roads. I didn't even know it was going to snow today. So I guess.
I
But
know.
yeah.
I had a crazy day too. So I
Oh boy.
totally understand. Um, yeah, it happens. Life happens,
It
But
does, and the snow definitely doesn't make things easier. But yeah, I've been crazy busy. I thought that maybe January would be a little bit calmer than December, but no, it's been pretty busy and steady. How about you? Have you been busy?
busy, busy, you
Real
know how
estate
it goes.
doesn't sleep. It does. It does not sleep.
There's
That's
no
for,
homes, but people are still looking.
they are. They are. It's crazy because like I'm seeing every day now. Properties, especially in Brampton. I'm born in Brampton, so I kind of
Mhm.
remember what certain value of certain properties are here, and just seeing what people are getting today for their homes. It's just I can't believe it.
Yeah,
Little houses a couple years ago that were maybe fetching, 500,000 are now like 1.1.
yeah,
It's such a
yeah.
hike. And that's why everyone's trying so hard to get on this market. But where are they going? This is always a question I have.
Really, there's very little place to go.
Right.
I there's very little place to go. Even Oshawa is bringing in like so much money. It's unbelievable, you
Oh, I
know.
know.
Um, and so if you're not going to Oshawa and you're not going to Brampton and you're not going to, of course, you can't afford Pickering either.
Right.
So you're just getting further out. But even places like, Kitchener Waterloo,
Oh, I
where,
know. I staged
last year,
actually in Waterloo the other day. I've been doing a lot in
oh
Beaton
yeah,
and Tottenham.
yeah.
Yeah, before it used to seem like those places were so far out, and now they're getting closer and closer to us.
So the stats say that in order for us to get out of this frenzy, they need 1 million homes in Ontario, 1 million homes in Ontario to meet the current demand.
Wow.
So, I mean, it's a lot of homes,
It is,
Uh,
and there's low inventory too in a lot of areas right now as well. So it's really hard, especially when you want to sell high, but you're buying sometimes even higher. So, and there's not a lot to choose from out there right now. So that's a tough
absolutely.
one for young people. I don't know. Um, for first time home buyers, it's really tough this market because who would have thought your first home, a starter home, could run you $1 million?
Yeah. Yeah,
Right?
it's a tough market to be
It
in.
really is.
And if you have a couple of kids, I think, a one-bedroom condo, I mean,
It's not feasible.
it's tough. It
It,
is
it, it
very
is, and
tough.
rent too. It's really hiked up, and like I said, I'm seeing it everywhere I go. And things like I said, even in Beaton and Tottenham and different places, they used to stay on the market a little bit longer, but they're fetching high money and they're selling just as fast as Brampton.
Yeah, yeah. And every place, like, I mean, with belly lists, and of course, people are taking offers. That's why it's even staying on the market for a few days.
Right.
But I don't even know if, I had a showing scheduled for tonight at 9 because you can't get in any other time to see this place. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah,
just crazy.
it is.
Um, yeah.
Showings at 9 o'clock. That used to not be a thing. But like I said, in this market, even today I was staging a condo here in Brampton, and showings were to start at 4:30, and people were showing up at 3. And I was still
Mhm.
staging, and I was like, "Oh my goodness!" And then when I went down to the lobby, there was actually 4 people waiting.
Yeah,
just to see it.
waiting.
Yeah, so you really see it. It's still crazy out there. I like I said, I thought maybe with the winter it used to settle down and people maybe didn't want to move in the snow, but that doesn't seem to be the case anymore either.
Yeah, it's like January is the new spring, right?
Yeah,
With this
yeah,
market, right?
for sure.
Um,
What I'm
it
seeing anyway.
No, it's true. It's all over. And I mean, although I must say luxury is on the rise. I mean, it's
Yeah,
crazy to think that well, they say the rich are scooping up the homes in Toronto,
yeah,
and price tags of 4 million saw like a huge increase, like year
yeah.
over year increase. Like um, they were up to 225%, which is crazy, like 4 million. And it didn't actually get any lower for those ones that are between 4 and 10, and for those that are
Wow.
even 10 and above, right? Um, and yeah, that's a lot. Not everyone's at that price tag, right?
No,
Um,
that's for sure. Especially with COVID and all the things that we've been dealing with. Um, I think some people felt with COVID that it might affect the market a little bit because maybe people wouldn't want people coming and seeing their homes or coming through their homes. But nothing seems to stop this market right now. Like I said, it's crazy. Every time I think, okay, I have a couple days off, I end up getting, a last minute call and I swing it. And then there's another call, and everybody wants always the same week. And I'm finding too with staging, before I used to be able to book in advance.
mhm.
Now everybody's like, can you do it in 24 hours? Can you do it in 48 hours? So I see there's also like a big push to get it on the market like within a
Right.
short time frame. And
Yeah,
the
and
other
then you got to
challenge
do stage, right?
the
After.
other challenge I'm finding is because things are selling so fast, I stage it on a Monday and it's sold Tuesday and they need me to destage by Wednesday. So it's definitely a crazy time for stagers as well.
Yeah, for sure. And like I don't know, I don't see this getting any better. Like the Bank of Canada, is clearly indicating that they're going to raise, their rates.
Yeah,
And while the rates are not going to be a lot, it's only going to be the Bank of Canada rate will probably only end up being 2%.
right.
They're looking at like maybe I don't know how many hikes. Um, but the rates will affect people and how much they can afford. Not people at the higher price point, definitely
Yeah.
not, but people who are already struggling to be in the market will
It's even just trying
definitely.
to get their foot in the market if they're not already in it. It's very challenging. Very
Yeah,
challenging at this price point, for sure. And like I said, and as long as things are moving and they're selling, I don't see it stopping. I don't
yeah.
see it. Everyone thought maybe it would revert a little bit, but how can you be at 1.1 or 1.2 today and then next summer be back down to 5 or 6? It's just not going to happen.
Well, no, if not, people will walk away and we'll have what happened with the US, right? And that's not
Yes.
something we want to see either, right? Like,
No,
I mean, the
it's
property
really
values
not.
are the property values, right? People have
Yeah.
paid this amount. But real estate, right? It's about buying and holding. Like if you're looking to just, I mean, there's a time and a place, and if you
Yeah.
hang on, you'll make the same amount. I
You'll
mean,
be
how
able to
many?
make money.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Wow.
I know these inflation rates are at the same or higher than we were seeing in the 90s. Um, yeah, so it's a little um, weird, this market, really.
Well, it's definitely keeps us on our toes. And like I said, you being in real estate staging, they kind of go a little bit hand in hand. And if you're the kind of person who never wants to be bored, right now, definitely we're not having any time to just, be bored and do even home things that we want to do because we're out there. I even said at the stage I was at today, I said, sometimes it's like I'm here fixing everybody else's house and then I get in the car to go home to my own, and I'm like, oh, I'm just too tired. So it's kind of like the mechanic that has the broken down car these days, right? You're just not
Yeah.
able, and people say to me all the time, your home must look so good. And I'm like, it would if I maybe ever these days was
We're
there
not.
to do anything to it, right?
Yeah, yeah, for
But yeah,
sure.
it's funny every time you and I talk, we're talking about this crazy market, and it's like I keep thinking maybe next time we speak, it'll have died down a little bit, but it doesn't look like it's going to.
Well, it would be nice to have more properties on the market, right? Right
Yeah,
now,
more
there's
inventory
still
for
very
sure.
little. And
Yeah,
so I find that, I'm working twice as hard if because you're actually writing an offer,
yeah.
and but then you have like competing offers,
Oh
and when
yeah,
they
for
have
sure.
like so many. Well, actually the news had Toronto Star had a story on 100 offers on a property. Like now that by far is high.
That's
I've seen
crazy, but
50, 50 something, 60 maybe, but 100.
well,
And then
that's that
how
the
much time you're
agents now
spending.
withholding the offers too, right?
Yeah.
So they didn't used to do that years ago, right? They presented every offer as it came in. But today with the scheduled date and the withholding for another date, everybody feels like they got to bring their game to the offer and do the
We
best.
do.
So it's definitely tough. And like I said, I feel so sorry for our first time home buyers because to get into this market, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, and it's cyclical, right? Like, so if people can't find something, they don't want to move out of their home. And if they don't move out, then, the next person's not going to be able to move up,
That's right.
um, or downsize, right? So if, some of our seniors are not able to find something smaller and downsize, then
I
everything
know
kind of
here in
stops a
Brampton,
little.
like for retired people or even elderly people that want out of their homes, there really is not a lot of options for other places to go. So this too is a little bit of a problem because there's not that many communities that they can move into, without just being into a straight condo like everybody else. There's not a lot of adult living here in Brampton anyway. So hopefully, that's something we start to see a little bit more of too, is them catering a little bit more to people who maybe, you know, can't manage their big home, but at the same time don't want to go into a little tiny condo either. There has to be a good happy medium for them as well.
Yeah. And also, with being in a condo, right? And if they don't have any services that they can access,
Right.
it becomes so much harder. Like before, you could do little things where, you could do little programs at a condo. I know my parents were at a condo, and I could do little things with friends of theirs, little
Mm-hmm.
bingo, keep them just something to keep them
Yeah.
busy,
Yeah.
right? But
Mm-hmm.
now even that has, people are not able to do anything with all these
Yeah.
restrictions if they are in a condo, right? So it just
Well, it's
becomes
not very
so
lucrative,
much harder.
especially when you retire and they're selling their home they've been in for years. It's really hard to sell them on something that's just subpar to what they're looking for. And if they're been in a community like Brampton their whole lives, it's at that age, they don't really want to move 2 hours at all. Their doctor, everything is kind of centralized to Brampton. So I'd like to see, hopefully in the future, maybe some more options for people who are retiring, having better choices of things when they are downsizing for somewhere to go. Right?
Yeah, and a little bit more information also
Yeah,
would definitely be helpful for them, right?
absolutely.
So, I guess you've been spending all of your time staging
Yep.
and destaging. So,
Chopping, 4 stages. Going to D stage, packing 4 stages, unpacking from stages. So yeah, it's been busy, but I mean, you can't complain. Like you'd rather always be busy than not busy. So,
absolutely.
it's been
Yeah.
steady. And like I said, I'm seeing, because I get to go pretty much everywhere. I'm seeing the exact same thing from Waterloo to Beaton to Tottenham to Noble. It's everywhere. Everybody's selling quick and they're all getting a really good price for their home.
Yes, and people are also doing, the lease back option where they're allowing people to lease their place for a couple of months before they even move out. Like there's so many different options.
Yeah, I actually had
Yeah.
a client that just did that as well. So he bought a house in Orangeville, and the lady wanted to stay for a
Hmm.
year. So she's going to live in the basement for the year while he moves in. So you didn't really see those kind of things before, but yeah, they're definitely happening now.
Yeah, you know, we people have to get creative, right? But I wanted to say for a minute,
Yes.
you're getting a lot of love. So
Oh,
thank you
good.
for all of
That's
them that
always
are
a good thing.
watching.
That's what,
You know, so I wanted to take that moment to thank everyone for sharing so much love. That's so
thanks for the
amazing.
love.
And so, what else have you been doing other than just going crazy? Really, nothing else?
Just going, well, like I said, working, shopping. I have a little granddaughter who's
Oh
10 months
wow,
old, so I try and spend as much time with her as I possibly
that's
can.
nice.
She is just the cutest thing in the world. So usually, if I'm not working, I'm tormenting her parents to spend time with her, right?
That's cool. Yeah, that's always the best part, I'm sure, of your day.
Oh, it's a grandparent's job to spoil them, right?
Yep, yep. Just the things you never did with your kids, right?
Well, yeah, you know what, and two, I think once your kids are older, you forget all those things that you used to do with them, right? So you want to
Yeah,
redo them again with these ones. So it's nice. So like I said, I've been doing that, and trying to get some renos done at my own house, but timelines I can never seem to meet anybody to do. I wanted to even do new countertops. I've had to reschedule with Home Depot so many times for just to come out and measure. So everything's just kind of up in the air. But I know come the summer I'll probably take a little bit of time and try and make my house look staged, you know?
yeah. Well, actually, I have a good contact for Brampton if you want countertops. I'll share that with you offline.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
yeah,
So it's,
and
hey, I love contacts. It's always good to know somebody who's
yeah.
somebody. Yeah, for sure.
And
Send it to
support
me.
local, right? Like I've got
Yeah,
this
for sure.
this thing about supporting whether it's a small business or a little business. I know all businesses have taken a bit of a little bit of
Oh,
a beating,
yeah. Yeah, for sure.
restaurants, you name it. And so anytime I can support and provide contacts, I mean, as long as they're good contacts, that's
Yeah, that's
you
for sure.
know,
Yeah.
yeah.
But like
So
I said, I even say to a lot of stagers, even on Instagram, that we haven't met personally, some of them, but we've kind of formed a friendship, kind of like you and I.
yeah,
And I
yeah,
say to them, it's really important that we all support each other. I said,
yeah.
don't look at me as your competition. Look at me as somebody that if you're in trouble and you need me to jump
That's
in and
right.
help you,
Hmm.
I said, because there needs to be more of that amongst people, I think, today, you know?
Absolutely. Like I feel the same way. Like I feel there's so much love to share among people. Like there's lots to be had. Like I don't need to be
Yeah.
rich. I just need,
Yeah.
for me it's
Oh, I don't
contentment, right?
know.
I don't need to
Now,
be
now,
rich.
Jacqueline, I don't know
I
about that. I
don't.
might like to be rich. I don't know.
You know what? It doesn't buy you happiness, right? And
No,
if you're
no,
happy
no.
doing what you're doing, the money will come. That's the way I look at
Yeah.
it. The money
Yeah.
will
If
show
people
up.
like you, if
Yeah.
people like, that's always been my thing. I'm fair with people. If people like me, if people feel comfortable with me, they'll either use me again or they'll ask somebody else to use me down the road. So it always kind of works. It always kind of works. And I have clients that always say to me, because I'm only there for a couple hours really. And sometimes after, the couple hours, they'll say, it feels like your family already. Like, do you want to stay for dinner? And I'm like, well, that's that's
That's
kind of what
true.
happens. But, I think as long as everybody is fair to each other, and even in business, like I tell all the other stagers that I'm friendly with, if you're sick, call me. I'll jump in. Like,
Oh my
don't look
God.
at me as somebody who wants your business,
Yes. Yes.
but look at me as somebody that, we all know what we're doing. And sometimes you need that little bit of backup.
You need help. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. We all
for
need
sure.
help. And, we should be able to lean on each other and have that little community support. Of course, there's a message from Nor RM saying, if you ever move, if I ever move, you're my stager. So
That's good. That's
awesome.
good to know. That's good to know.
Hmm.
And I'd love to be your stager.
Yeah.
It was
So
actually
connect, you
funny.
guys. You guys can connect on
Yeah.
Instagram at Carrie at KP Staging and
And design.
design. Yes,
Yeah,
and
for
design.
sure.
Yeah. So
I
yeah,
staged a condo today, and the mother there had a newborn little baby and another one running around. So I was helping her do things I normally don't do. I was cleaning, I was helping her put stuff away while I was trying to stage. And she said to me, "Oh my God, you did so much." I said, "Today I actually was a cleaner, organizer, stager. I don't know how many hats I wore today." I said, "But the end product always makes you feel so much better,
Yeah, yeah,
right?"
absolutely. So, I think we'll wrap up.
Perfect. And we'll
And
talk
until
again really
next time,
soon.
yes, and we'll do this sooner than we did this time because
I
I know
know.
we got
I know.
busy, and we both got busy. And I know I have to, you're always welcome. 6:30,
Yes. And I
coffee with
always
Carrie.
am, anytime you need me, I am here.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Anytime,
And
Jacqueline.
I mean, I love that you take time out of your day. I know you had a busy day, and you'd probably do nothing better than do your own thing, take a shower, and probably relax. But thank you. I really,
No
really
problem.
appreciate it.
Thank you so much for
And
having me.
for all of you watching, connect with Carrie, KP Staging. And once again, my name is Jacqueline Watson. I'm a realtor with Sutton Group. And thank you for spending your evening with me or half an hour with me. Thank you so much. And we'll chat again soon.
Bye, Jacqueline. Enjoy the
Bye.
snow.
Yeah, absolutely. Bye.
Bye.